WRSR, Owasso, Flint. The following program has been pre-recorded and is paid for by Discover Flint Township. The views expressed are those of Discover Flint Township and do not necessarily reflect the views of 103.9 The Fox or Krill Communications, Inc. Welcome to Discover Flint Township, a program showcasing our local community. Flint Township is ready for your next move. And now, your host, Flint Township Economic Enhancement Director, Tracy Tucker.
I'm Tracy Tucker, and this is Discover Flint Township, brought to you by the Flint Township Economic Development Authorities, HAP, Financial Plus Credit Union, Shea Automotive Group, and 103.9 The Fox. We're wide awake, and we hope you are too. This morning, we are speaking with Stacy and McKenzie from Shea Automotive Group, and our Guaranteed Rate Business Spotlight will shine on the Coffee Beanery. So Shea has a special guest coming up. Hi, Stacy and McKenzie. How are you today?
Good. We're good. How are you?
I'm good. It's May, and the snow has finally stopped, I hope. And
we always have that one opportunity, but I think it might be over finally.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I know, right? So I'm going to let you get right into it because I know you've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I'm going to step out and you can introduce your guest and then I'll loop back in at the end, okay?
Perfect. Thank you, Tracy. We're definitely looking forward to warmer days, but we do have a special guest here. Today we have Cathy Metz from Hurley Medical Center. Welcome, Cathy.
Thank you very much. So glad to be here.
Yes. And it kind of feels like forever ago that we delivered lunch to Hurley and all the healthcare heroes. Stacy and I really did enjoy doing that. It was a lot of fun.
Right.
Yeah, right?
Well, it had to have been this time last year,
It was this time last year.
It's amazing that a year has passed, but we were so grateful for that. Every time something like that came, you will never know what it did to the employees and how it lifted their spirits. Seriously.
It really was
you.
cool. How many times? I mean, we went, it seemed like we did that for a
I
couple
think it was
of
every
months,
week.
didn't? Yeah, every week.
Every week we went.
Maybe 3 months, but I remember, we went to a couple nursing homes, but we did it regularly once a week at Hurley. That's great.
And we rotated it to the various units, and so that they all got to feel that love. It was just so thank you.
Well, we're just
our
grateful
pleasure.
to be able to do something to help you guys out during that time for everything that you guys were doing for the community. So thank you for letting us be a part of that.
Oh, wonderful partners.
Absolutely. Am I up here? So we're kind of, go ahead, Cathy. What do you got for us today? I'm listening to McKenzie. I'm becoming emotional over the lunch and how far away we are from COVID. How about, let's just start there. Let's start with COVID.
Start with COVID
and where we're at and what's happening.
It's been a year, and of course we've all learned so much. And at Hurley, I'm so proud of what we've accomplished and what we've done, and cutting edge treatment, partnering with some of the bigger institutions like Cleveland and Ann Arbor, and just really doing some really cool things, including monoclonal antibodies, and just the latest and greatest of treatments are happening at Hurley. But more importantly, it's a year later, and there's a surge, and that's unfortunate. We kind of all expected it with the variants, but so we all need to keep our guard up. But at Hurley, it's just like we're such a well-oiled machine now, and we really know what we're doing. So we're business as usual. We have our COVID sections of the hospital, very safe protocols, and then we're still doing just a ton of elective surgery. It's spring, and people want to feel good and get outside, and they want their joints not to hurt, which is my segue.
Right. Oh, you got a segue. Joint replacement. Okay, good.
Yes.
Segue.
Perfect. I like that.
So tell us a little bit, like you said, joints. Tell us a little bit about what you do, what your position is at Hurley.
Okay, so I am a physical therapist by degree, but I've been a Hurley administrator now for a very long while, but
we don't talk ages. We don't talk ages in this room.
But anyway, the one of my areas of responsibility is the administrator over orthopedics.
Okay.
So it's a real nice fit. Kind of know the latest and greatest of everything in physical therapy and what our surgeons are doing and what's out there in the community, the state, the universe, that kind of thing.
That's great.
That is awesome. And are there any restrictions right now?
Joint replacement?
Yeah.
Nothing with relation to COVID at all. In fact, we're doing tons of joint replacements. In fact, we're kind of backed up from the people that waited. But restrictions as far as surgeons go, most of the surgeons, not just even our area, we belong to a big Michigan collaborative for quality. And most joint replacement surgeons really are not interested in helping people that are heavily smokers. So they're really encouraging that. And then a BMI level of 40 or less is kind of some of the restrictions that most surgeons, have in place for what they feel comfortable. And that's just an infection risk prevention measure. So
Sure.
Wow.
So other than that, no restrictions.
Well, we like to be a little educational. So just to kind of understand it, because we like to say, well, who doesn't we don't know all the details, right, to joint replacement. So is that considered a required surgery? Does it fall under elective? The point I'm getting to is, does insurance cover it? So if you have medical insurance.
Great questions. So it's an elective. Like most people choose to. There's never an emergency joint replacement unless there's a fracture. So the elderly that have a standing fall from, and then fracture a hip. Sometimes that leads to the surgeon replacing that joint. But like 99% of it is elective. You've got knee pain. It's progressed. The quality of your life has changed so that you're not enjoying the things you used to enjoy. And you have a mutual decision with your surgeon that it's time.
It's time.
And it's time, and it's time based on when you're ready. In the days past, it used to be, it might seem like time, but you're not old enough.
Right.
You need to wait. That has gone. That's been gone for a while now.
Because the life expectancy, if you will, of a joint replacement lasts long enough now that you don't have to wait.
Yes, exactly. Okay. 30 years ago, they were lasting, 10 years, 15 years. Right. And, people did wait because you would only want to do that once. But now the prostheses themselves are lasting 30 years at least. So, it's really... Technology has changed dramatically.
Well, I have heard, first, after we get through here today, I do want to talk to you a little bit about my mother, who we thought she had a rotator cuff issue in her shoulder, and now they're saying, nope, that's not it. You'd need a whole shoulder replacement. So I'll pick your brain about that when we're off the air.
For sure.
But I have heard a lot of some of the replacements, like the titanium, like there was a few recalls that were Dupai or Dupai. I'm not really certain. I'm mentioning Depew mentioning that. So, are we past that now? Okay. Yep. Just curious.
No, you're right. There hasn't been an issue. I think they've all standardized. There are many joint companies, but just like Kleenex and tissue and there's all kinds of brands. They're all pretty similar, and the composition is definitely pretty standardized now. So
standard now.
Metal shaving thing of the 80s is gone.
Right. I figured as much with modern medicine, but I always like to ask because, you hear these horror stories about different things, and it seems like, the modern medicine, how everything has progressed, everything seems easier, right? Yeah. Any elective surgery, even needed surgery, everything that they can do with, heart transplants. My husband's a kidney transplant recipient. So, he's healthy. I mean, he's the healthy, you look at him, you'd never know. So it's interesting. Now I look back and hear about people that are going through transplants now, and that was 11 years ago. So it's totally different now. Everything's so advanced. It's amazing. Well,
I mentioned I was a physical therapist when I first started, and I started 35 years ago. We weren't going to talk numbers, but that's the number.
Right. Okay.
And when
I brought it up, right?
At Hurley, a joint replacement, stayed in the hospital for 4 weeks, and for the first 2 weeks they had to hop around on only the leg that hadn't been operated on.
Right.
And then after that they could put weight on, but then they went home, and it was such a slow progression.
Right.
And now they stay a day if they stay at all.
Right. Wow. And they're to get on it right away usually.
As soon as they wake up from anesthesia, we have physical therapists knocking on their room door, and it's time to walk, and it's time to do stairs and practice getting in and out of our fake car that we have. So you can do all of it. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's like a modern day miracle. Like one of our orthopedic surgeons just said that, and it's just like, that's really true when you think about it. It's,
right.
Take a whole part of a major portion of your leg and just exchange it. And
it just provides such a better quality of life if you can do that. I know, again, my mom had a knee replacement. It was great. She all of the things that she wanted to do. She said, other than I can't get down and scrub the floor anymore because she doesn't like to get down on her knee. She said she can do everything that she used to do, and she said, who wants to scrub floors anyway?
Exactly. Hello, Swiffer.
Right. So that works out.
I love Peggy.
Kathy, tell us a little bit. So tell us the main question. The main question is, why Hurley Medical Center?
Oh, easy answer.
Easy answer. I love
it. All the hospitals belong to a collaborative, a quality initiative, if you will, and which is great because it's moved us, all of us, in such a better direction. And so while the data is de-identified, we see ourselves as we are scored against our peers, and we're just really proud of our lack of an infection rate, our readmissions rates, our return to emergency room things, and then just our outcomes. So that's the quality piece, and I would encourage anybody doing that. You should have a comfortable relationship with your physician. You should really feel like you're in the best hands, and then you should really do your research and figure out, who's doing a good job. Because unlike some of the more complicated things like a transplant or a really complex heart, like a new procedure that only Cleveland Clinic is doing, that's when you might need to leave town. For a knee replacement or a hip replacement, you shouldn't have to leave town. And this is not the surgery, is really evolved so that a good surgeon anywhere can do and get you a good outcome. But you want to check your hospital. You want to be comfortable with your surgeon. And then Hurley has this a program where we navigate our patient from beginning to end. So we bring them in for a free appointment to try to teach them everything they can do to get ready for the surgery and have a better outcome, to optimize themselves.
Right.
And then we have we call it our bracelet program, but just sort of a connectivity to, you're at home, it's 10 o'clock. I don't know, should I go to the emergency room? It seems like it's swollen. They told me it was going to swell, but is it going to get really swollen? So we have the 24-hour kind of a concierge and connection to your physician.
That's good to know.
Yeah. And so, we're just kind of holding your hand through this process because it's just really that beginning, that once you have that confidence and we get you over that hump, the outcomes pretty much are almost a guarantee as long as the patient's willing to put in the time for the therapy piece of it. But we just want, that first part is just scary and does get
sense of comfort, you being there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super helpful.
That's why Hurley, and we have a wonderful joint replacement unit, and we have dedicated nursing staff who just, really and truly stick to the protocol and the plans, and our physicians, and we have great surgeons. So
that's wonderful. Well, would you like to give an opportunity for anybody to ask questions about the podcast? So, McKenzie, you want to give your email address, and then maybe you can forward them on if somebody has a question that we didn't answer here today?
Yes, for any joint questions or anything about Hurley in general, please reach out to me and I will forward those over to Cathy. My email is mmiller@sheasavings.com. That's SHEASAVINGS.com.
Perfect. Well, Cathy, thank you so much for being with us today. It sounds like
it was fun.
Yeah, it sounds like customer service is a part of the medical industry as well, so we can relate to that. Yeah. Well, we appreciate you being here today. We're grateful to have you.
Well, great. Have a great day, everyone.
Well, perfect, ladies. Thank you so much. I know here at Shea that we are so excited to be a partner with Hurley, as well as, participating in the events last year and this coming year, such as Pink Night. We look forward to seeing you and see what's going on later in the year, and thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
Hey, you know what? I'm so glad that you guys brought her, and that was really interesting. And you bringing up Pink Night, we're probably going to do some more stuff on that when it gets closer. I think that's like what, September, October. It's in October, but we'll do something in our September segment about that. But before we wrap up for today, what kind of specials you got going on at Shea McKenzie?
So, I've been talking about the redesigned Buick Envision for a while now, but I'm pretty excited about it. So it's still $299 a month with 0% financing for 72 months. So come on down to Shea Buick GMC to get that. Or you can get a Chevy Trax right now for only $125 a month. I know.
Oh my goodness.
Cool, right?
Yes. So thanks for hanging out with us today. And I think next month, you're going to have it. Is that when Amberlynn Taylor's
It is.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Kind of talk about back to the bricks.
Yes.
Getting that time.
All the things she's working on. Who knows? She might be building another statue around town. I mean, we're going to have to get with her and see what she's doing. No doubt.
Always got something going
Always
on. I've
on the
never
go.
seen anything.
Busy.
All right, great. See you guys next month.
All right. Thank you, Tracy.
So during our guaranteed rate business spotlight segment, we feature a local Flint Township business. And today we're talking to Michelle Boudreau from the Coffee Beanery.
Hello.
Hi, Michelle. How are you today?
Really good. I'm excited to be here with you guys.
Well, we're excited to have you. So before we get going, why don't you tell our listeners what you do at the Coffee Beanery?
So I have the fun job of Director of Marketing for Coffee Beanery.
Fun.
So, which is, who doesn't love coffee? And I get to make coffee look beautiful.
I love it. I get to make coffee look beautiful. I like that. That's a different thought. I love the smell of coffee. And this is going to kill you when I tell you this. I don't drink coffee.
No?
No, I don't. I buy coffee. I buy a lot of coffee. I buy coffee for other people. I buy my husband coffee. I make my husband coffee. I love the smell of coffee, but I don't drink coffee.
Our home office is located right in Flushing, Michigan, where we roast on a weekly basis. So I smell like coffee all the time.
Oh, love it. I love it. Yeah, isn't that funny? But you just talked about that. So what is the Coffee Beanery? Let's tell people what you guys do, where you guys came from. What's going on there?
Were established in 1976 by Miss Joanne Shaw. We are third generation women owned business located right in Flushing, Michigan. We've been roasting, distributing for over 40 years.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. And Flint Township comes in what way?
So we have our store located on the corner of Miller and Linden, right across from 1039. And we are just so happy to be part of the Flushing Township community and providing amazing coffee.
Yeah, and we love having you here in Flint Township as well. And you've got the brick and mortar that you have there now has been there for 3 years, but you've been in the township for many years, right?
Yes, we have. We were a staple in the Genesee Valley Mall for over 30 years.
Right.
And we, about 3 years ago, just stepped outside the mall and added a drive-through and just amazing cozy seating for everyone can sit down and have coffee and enjoy one another.
That's
and the
great.
Nookie Nooks, yes.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite item?
My item?
Yeah. Is it coffee or is it one of, because you have more than just coffee there, right?
We do. We have the Cafe Caramel, and we were just talking about it because I know it's Jeremy's favorite, sorry. Our drinks are, I feel, unique. We were the founders of fancy coffee. I mean, this is pre-Starbucks, 1976.
Right.
So a lot of our drinks, they're originals. They're made by Joanne Shaw. You'll find our Ice Fudge Ripple, our Mocha Cream, and our Cafe Caramel tend to be a little different because they're not espresso based. They're actually flavored coffee based. They're brewed daily with a flavored coffee, and they're paired with either caramel or fudge and cream, and you can't find that anywhere else.
Yeah, that's excellent. And it does smell so good. I'm telling you. I always buy coffee for the when I go to visit Johnny Burke in the morning. He loves to have coffee. So I always stop in and grab whatever special you have going on. And what's your May special going to be?
Oh, in May, we're going to feature our cold brew Frappa Latte. I don't know if you guys have ever tasted cold brew, but cold brew tends to be smoother, and I feel like it's sweeter than regular coffee. So we roast our cold brew coffee overnight, and then we make an amazing base and blend it all up in a frap with whipped cream on top. You can't go wrong.
Gosh.
Wow.
Sounds good.
amazing.
It does. So you have the specialty drinks that are really signature to your
Yes.
brand, and you're in Flushing is where you roast.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And people can buy bags of the coffee too, right? It's not just go in and get a cup.
Absolutely. We have 12-ounce bags, sampler bags, which are one-pot samplers, make about 10 cups of coffee. And we also have K-cups. And what's really cool is you come in, you can buy maybe 3, 4, 5 different flavors of a single K-cup and go home and try them. And then, you know what? Drive through. Bethany is our amazing manager over there. Bethany, can I have 2 cups of raspberry mocha? And she'll give you 2 cups out the window. So
That's great.
Easy.
That's great. And you have tea too, right?
we do have
I
tea as
noticed that
well.
you had tea
We have
there.
shaken teas, iced teas, hot teas,
See, that's what I
pastries,
Oh my
the
god.
macaroons. We have macaroons right now. Oh my gosh.
I stopped there one time again when I was going to visit Johnny in the morning, and I told him, just give me one of like each of your dessert things you have there, and they were like, what? I said, just give me one of each. I'm taking it over to the Fox in the Morning show, and they're like, oh, okay. They thought I was nuts. So I was one person in the vehicle, but they were all good.
That's kind of common.
Yeah, they all liked
It is.
They liked everything. Is it?
Yeah, so we would like 6 cookies.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I think what threw them is that I was like, okay, one of each. Probably if I would have like gotten a half a dozen cookies or half a dozen muffins or something, but I didn't know what they liked. And I do the same thing with the coffee. I'm like, I don't really know what they like, but Johnny Burke would like something, and everybody knows him. So I guess he stops in there quite a bit. So, yeah, so they always give me whatever it is he likes, and then I take that over. So,
Oh, nice. I love it.
but what are your hours there? Because you have different hours there, right?
Yes, we do. Well, right now we are 7 to 6 Monday through Friday, and Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 10 to 6. We are going to be expanding our hours very soon.
Oh, really?
Yes. We've just come to realize people need a third place to go.
Yeah.
And with everything going on in the world, sitting down, having a cup of coffee in a comfortable atmosphere, it's just priceless. So it's a great, I know I've missed my mommy-daughter time, so we're extending our hours.
So will you have that on your website, or where can people
check
find
us out
it
on Facebook for the current updates. We're always looking to interact with you guys, so drop some pictures, drop some selfies. You can also check us out on DoorDash. Sitting in the office, we have fantastic lunch. If you have not tried the amazing, you are missing out. It's on cinnamon raisin bread, turkey with a raspberry sauce. It is to die for. So check us out on DoorDash. We'll deliver hot drinks, amazing lunch. We have it all.
Nice. And you have stuff, so like if you're having a meeting or a party or something, and you need multiple cups of coffee.
Oh,
or that
absolutely.
type of stuff. I know that we had a meeting recently and we did the Joe to go.
Yep.
But then you also do the big,
We can do.
I can't think what you call them, the big urn thing, but it's not an urn.
It's not an urn, but now I'm drawing a blank what it's called because I have urn in my head.
Yeah, I know, right? That's all I had in my head. I couldn't get past it.
They are food safe.
Well, there is a coffee urn, you know that, right? I wasn't just dragging that out there.
They are called Cambros.
Thank you.
I think we do 24 gallon and a 50 gallon Cambro. Yes, we can take care of you. You know, we also have meeting space located in our Miller Road location that we can seat probably 6. There's a TV. You can plug in your jump drive and do small meetings in there. It's been a great resource for a lot of realtors signing papers and things like that. So check us out.
And you recently redid that whole place, right? You were telling me you put your heart and soul into that. And it looks amazing.
Yes.
So definitely go in and check that space out.
It is family owned and operated. And when I say that, I mean the family. I consider myself part of the family. We painted, we laid floors, we put chairs together, and being local, it definitely makes a difference because we're very hands-on and we care about the community.
So anything else that you would like to talk about today?
Oh, we're just looking forward to seeing you. And, just bringing people, coffee, and community together.
Yes.
And giving back as much as we can and seeing everyone just, spark some joy with a cup of coffee again would be great.
Yeah. And so let's remind people one more time where they can find you.
We are near the corner of Miller and Linden, right across from 1039.
Grilled cheese.
And the grown-up grilled cheese. I'm getting requests for the grown-up. I hear it's very popular.
So good.
Stop in for lunch.
There you go.
That's where I go for lunch. Saturdays we get in the car and the kids want their amazing and their grown-up grilled cheese, and I let them know I'm there Monday through Friday. Do we really have to go back?
Yeah, right.
But we do.
And so they can get you through DoorDash. They can come through the drive-through. They can come and sit and relax. I go in there, I see people on their computers and all that stuff, relaxing, having a cup of coffee, and you have tea, and you have desserts, and you have lunches. Do you have a Facebook page or no?
We do. It's Coffee Beanery Flint. Okay. We have quite a few new little locations in Genesee County. You can find us at the Flint Culinary Building.
Nice.
And there's a new location coming at the Sloan Museum, which we're very, very excited about. But in Flint Township, you can't get any closer.
Right.
So it's literally roasted and driven down the road.
There you go. And so we have, I was trying to think what else I wanted to mention about you guys. We talked about the desserts. We talked about the food. We talked about the coffee, which all about the coffee, right? It's
all about the coffee.
All about the coffee. Oh, I know, because you guys have been involved. You did our bunny trail.
Yes.
You were one of the bunny stops. And so we'll be, people can watch our Flint Township events page on Facebook to see more events coming up. So if you change your hours, it will be on your Facebook.
Oh, yes, it will be
people should
updated.
go on and like their page so you can get their
Yes.
updates.
Please like and share.
I like it. I like it. So, McKenzie, since you stuck around, did you have any questions for Michelle?
I don't have any questions. Her and I kind of talked a little bit beforehand, and I'm just super excited to go in and see the store. And thank you so much for being a partner of Shea.
Yes.
We use you guys a lot for a lot of our events and everything, and you've been very helpful. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you for having us. It's a great partnership.
And you're not just located in Genesee County, right?
No, we are national. We actually have almost 100 stores, national and internationally. You can always order at www.coffeebeanery.com as well. We've got some super cute merch because we know people love coffee and love coffee shirts and mugs and everything in between. So there's no reason to drink bad coffee.
There you go. Well, you know what? I want to thank you for coming in. It's been a lot of fun. It was nice meeting you. I finally putting a face to the
same.
email.
I know, right?
But I got them lined up here, and I want to remind our listeners that if you have any questions or suggestions, you can send those to discoverflinttownship@gmail.com. You can visit us, like us, and share us at Facebook at Flint Township Events, FLINTTWPEVENTS. Our YouTube channel is Discover Flint Township. There's a little bit of a theme going there. Visit our webpage, discoverflinttownship.com or flinttownship.org. And I want to thank our guests, Stacy, McKenzie, Cathy, and Michelle. And thanks to our partners, HAP, Shea Automotive Group, Financial Plus Credit Union, Guaranteed Rate, and 103.9 Fox. Discover Flint Township with us next Sunday with Dion Oliver and the Popcorn Wagon. I think that might be a different week. But you can still listen to us next week. I'm Tracy Tucker, the Flint Township Economic Enhancement Director, and I would like to remind everyone to stay safe, stay healthy, shop local, buy local, and discover Flint Township. See you later.
This has been Discover Flint Township with Tracy Tucker. For more information, visit discoverflinttownship.com. Flint Township is ready for your next move. The preceding program was pre-recorded and was paid for by Discover Flint Township. The views expressed are those of Discover Flint Township and do not necessarily reflect the views of 103.9 The Fox or Krill Communications, Inc.